welcome back to another informative video. In this video, I'm just going to be reflecting on the movie Finch. I finished the movie last night, and by the way, I think I've decoded why they call the movie Finch, because Finch, I believe, translates to finish, and this movie is about Finch, Tom Hanks, the actor, the main star, basically passing away due to the increased UV index on the planet. And I'm gonna show y'all this scene right here, and I'm gonna mute it, even though they're gonna give me a copyright claim. But like I said, I don't care. So yeah, and I have some other thoughts. As you see in the top of the screen, I have my other tabs open, and I'm just gonna be sharing my thoughts on these photos and stuff. So yeah, basically Finch is dying. I think Finch represents the so-called non-black race. Like I said, like, the only reason that they're thriving is because this matrix is constantly existing. The moment it fails, you will see the change, and that's what it's about. Like I said, like, and besides, longest the system is going, they gonna constantly make movies showing us showing us their true nature. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Long as this system is going, they're going to be able to show us the truth via media, movies, TV shows, etc. So yeah, take it how y'all want to. Y'all can get mad, be offended, whatever. They the ones making the movies. I'm just giving my perception. So take it with a grain of salt. So yeah, I'm gonna play this video right here. This scene. Look at that, look. And that's the robot. That's the robot that Finch created. I thought it was about Finch making transferring his dog consciousness into that robot. But no, he just needed it to take care of his dog, because he knew that his what I assume their species is not gonna be able to withstand the UV index moving forward. And that's why they dropped this movie in 2021. Because they already knew, in other words. So yeah, it's funny how he about to play a song and it has "Free Your Mind." See, the robot is learning, and that's what they've been doing, learning and programming this whole time, because they know that their physical vessels will not be able to take the UV index. See, he's jumping. And how y'all think these robots learn how to do all that? They have to record data. And how did they do that? By creating Facebook and different avenues, and different routes. You see what I'm saying? So they can record the data, so they can upload it into the robot, so they can have attributes or characteristics as a human would have. You see what I'm saying? That's what TikTok is for, so they can bounce around and do like a human would do. You see what I'm saying? So they can animate. You see what I'm saying? Animations. So, yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, Tom Hanks, Finch, he programmed this robot to have dog-like characteristics or attributes. And you'll see that in this scene, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So they in the restaurant, and they gonna see the robot in there driving, and he gonna run outside. Y'all gonna see this, watch. See, mind you, the index is high, so he can't step out in the sun. And you see him stopping his dog. You see what I'm saying? See, he already know that his dog is not gonna be able to withstand the UV index, because they already know that they're just not gonna be able to withstand it. Cause you mean telling me? Okay, think about this. You mean telling me they making a movie about you not being able to walk outside? Like, that don't even make sense. Why would they make a movie about that? Why? Like, okay, I'm gonna stop right there. For those who don't know what the UV index is about, this is the UV index. This is in my current area. That's the UV forecast for moving forward. And as Kalai was saying, that it's gonna be a red October, or it's gonna be red, aka it's gonna be real high in the UV. You see what I'm saying? And it's never been that high before. And the only reason it's high like that is because people are waking up. Mother Nature is changing, and Mother Nature is also waking up. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, we had to fall so that they can rise. And as you see, it's a very high. That's the UV. This is the current UV. Well, I probably got to refresh the page. Let me mute this right quick. I probably got to refresh the page because, hold on. I probably got to refresh the page, but the current UV is 3, I think. But by 12 o'clock, it'll be 9. So that's what it's all about. The higher the UV, the more health problems that they're going to have. So yeah, we looking at a moderate right now, 3 to 5, and then you see, and then think about this, like I said, it's a take when it comes to the UV index, as it increases, they want you to take precautions by covering up and wearing a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen, especially if you will be outside for 30 minutes. Come on now, why would God create us if we can't even withstand the sun for 30 minutes? Like, that don't even make sense. That's what I'm saying. Like, they literally showing you right here. It said look for shade. Like, like I'm literally showing y'all what they showing me, what they showing us, and y'all get mad at me and say I'm racist when I'm literally just showing you what they showing me. Look for shade near midday when the sun is the strongest, and that's at moderate. Very high. They might as well say just jump in the casket. Talking about some extra precaution required. You see what I'm saying? Unprotected skin will be damaged and can burn quickly. Now, according to my homeboy, I'm going to say this right quick. He said that not all so-called white people have to wear sunscreen. That may be true. I don't know. My thing is, why would they have to create it? Why would God create us and then say, we're going to give you some sunscreen too? God could have just said, just made us have the ability, made y'all have the ability to not need sunscreen instead of, you see what I'm saying? Like, it don't even make sense. But anyway, they might as well just exit all that out and jump in the casket. And that's at the red. So just imagine moving even more forward. It's going to be extreme. The purple, Thanos, Lord Beerus, the God state. So anyway, that's just me explaining the UV index. So yeah, back to this little movie. I don't know why it's dark, but yeah, he can't stand out. He can't go out in the sun. So he telling his robot that he created because he know he's dying, and you gonna see. See, he can't even step on the sun, so he got to tell his robot that he just created, that was born yesterday. They gonna zoom out. I want y'all to see. See, look. He can't even step outside. He can't even step outside the shade area. So he trying to communicate with his robot that he created, that was born yesterday, created yesterday. So it's learning. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for that scene. Well, actually, see, he in the shade, and that's what they gonna be doing. They're gonna be staying in the shade, staying in the house, and that's what it's ultimately about. That's why they're gonna try to bring in another lockdown and say that it's something about a virus, but it's really about the increased index on the planet, climate change and all that. And it's really about them changing genetically and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a lot of health concerns, and they wanna create an event to hide the fact that this is happening. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. And like I said, this is the suit that he's been wearing. That is his UV index suit. And that's a coat that his little robot Jeff had found while they were scavenging for stuff. And that's the dog. And then look, it's 3 of them. The big 3. Let me show y'all. We the big 3, like we started a league. You see what I'm saying? The 3 symbolism. Jesus standing in between Jesus standing in between the 2 thieves symbolism. The big 3. It's 3 of them in the movie. Well, they do have another robot called Dewey, and it's just a robot drone that pretty much assists Finch with his everyday scavenging and stuff like that. But yeah, that's his UV suit. That's what they're supposedly gonna have to wear if they want to walk underneath the sun. For one, how's that? So you mean telling me all so-called non-white people all so-called white people finna have a suit like that? For one, they gotta be creating it. 2, you gotta buy it, and then you gotta be strong enough to walk in it. And then you go, and then what about the elderly or the disabled? You see what I'm saying? So those are, some of the challenges that they're gonna be facing. I mean, we all gonna be facing it, but yeah. It's mainly about them. Like I said, Finch equals Finch. So they trying to go with robotic. That's why they dropping all the robot movies and all the technology and all of that, because they just can't take it. That's why they came to this planet. But anyway, notice, okay, in this movie they had a lot of bridge scenes. These are the postcards from the movie of a bunch of bridges, and I don't know, I think bridges represent them trying to close the gap between something or something like that. It's some other type of meaning I can't think of right now, but yeah, just keep that in mind. They got a lot of bridges, and in particular, it's always this one bridge in every significant movie, this red bridge. And I'll give y'all an example right here. You see it right there, that same red bridge dealing with the Planet of the Apes. And this is what? Rise of the Planet of the Apes. See what I'm saying? Look. That bridge is always in these movies, and I wonder why. And then ironically, it's a red bridge. Remember I told you the red is showing up a lot. People getting red tattoos as well. But yeah, this is a gift. Jeff, see, he trying to enjoy the last moments of his life, so he gonna be fetching, he trying to teach Jeff how to play with the dog, because his life is gonna be ending. So that's why they passing it on to the robots, because they know that they won't be here when that solar flare hits, like the main solar flare, the gamma flare that they had in the movie. That's what he's trying to escape from, but he gonna end up passing away. So yeah, and as you see his eye moving just like the dog, because they're both crafted in the lab. He programmed Jeff to have dog-like instincts, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, the big 3, y'all seen that? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Finch. Let me see if I missed anything. They got the bridges, the movie right there. And yeah, that's it. That's all that I have. Oh yeah. One more thing. I noticed this. Like, okay, check this out. This one little detail that I noticed. Okay, in the movie, Finch had a device that basically worked like Alexa, and it let him know every area that he drove to what the UV index was. Now think about this. Okay, if this gamma flare comes and it shuts down the whole grid, meaning that no technology that they created will not work. So how would so-called non-black people know what the UV index is if they don't have an Alexa device to tell them? You see what I'm saying? Think about that. Like, but see, in the movie they made it where it worked. You see what I'm saying? But in real life, I'm hearing about technology not gonna be able to work once the grid is down 100% worldwide. And if that's the case, they won't have no buddy or no Alexa to tell them what the UV index is. They're just gonna have to find out the hard way once they walk underneath the sun. You see what I'm saying? Because if that machine that they create, if that machine is able to detect and tell him, okay, the UV index is extremely high, you cannot walk underneath the sun. If it's able to tell him that, he's gonna be precautious. He's not gonna go under there. But just imagine if that device doesn't work. Then what you gonna do? He gonna have to because it was another scene where he stuck his hand underneath the sun and it was an instant sizzle. So that's literally what's gonna have to take place if I'm right about the technology not working 100%. But like I said, see, they need this technology. They need this technology to work 100% of the time. That's what they depend on, and it keeps us at a sleep state. But once the grid goes down, their eyes go down. And ironically, when he was working on the robot, he had to take an eye or a camera and install it in Finch's eyes, because he needed eyes to see. And that's what the internet is for the beast. The higher ranking Asians the higher ranking Asians are the ones who even who even make or craft these technological advancements. And they work together they work together to carry out that fact. You see what I'm saying? They work together so they can survive, so they can do whatever it takes to prolong their life expectancy. Unfortunately for us, so-called black people, we have to suffer because of that. Because we don't need what they need. We don't need no Alexa or none of their GPS systems. We need it to work in their system. But before the GPS system that they created, we had the stars to maneuver in this environment, in this realm of reality. But see, they broke us. They took that away from us. We don't depend on that no more. We depend on GPS. You see what I'm saying? People like me, like to this day, I'm still road illiterate because I depend on GPS. But once I relearn how to use the stars as the ancestors did, then I won't need GPS. But like I said, because this system constantly exists and nobody's doing nothing to stop it, I speak for my other fellow slaves, that you pretty much have no choice but to just participate. So until this so-called gamma wave comes and it flashes the whole system down and shuts down, and yeah, we just gonna have to deal with what we have at hand. One more thing. It was a small detail in this movie that I noticed. Finch, the robot, had asked when would he be absent, and the robot said, hold on. Yeah, he said when would he be absent? No, the robot had asked how long would a storm last, and then, well, I think Finch asked the robot how long would a storm be lasting, and he said 40 days. Now, mind you, in the Bible they talk about 40 days and 40 nights that it rained. And not only that, Kalai was talking about something about 40 days or something like that of darkness or something. But he might be referring to the Bible. I don't know. But all I know is I saw 40 mentioned in this movie, and that's what got my attention. So clearly, when this so-called solar flare hits, it's gonna have us in darkness for 40 days and possibly 40 nights or whatnot. However you wanna calculate that. But yeah, 40 days or 40 nights of darkness, and um their light is gonna be out and ours are gonna be on. And while our light is on, that's how we're gonna be able to guide each other through the darkness. If you've seen the movie Insidious, just go type in Insidious and then go type in Insidious walking in the dark or Insidious with the lantern, and you'll see the white dude who was walking through the darkness with his lantern. That represents the light in you. And we're gonna have to be, we're gonna have to use our own light to guide each other. And that's something we haven't been doing for a long time. So yeah, until this system crashes or whatnot, however it happens, I guess we just gonna have to continue doing what we doing, I guess, until we die. So that's all I have. Thank y'all for watching up until this point of the video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.